So, if quizzes are quizzical, that would make tests, I don't know, testicles. Must be. I can already tell this conversation is going to divert straight to ball talks.
Booted Plays said lol.
Check it out, we got a circus. Peronis. I think they come around here like once a year. Once a year, maybe once every 2 years. So if you have a fear of clowns, just be warned. They're everywhere.
Booted Plays said BALLTOX mentioned.
We got horses too.
Booted Plays said, well, that's what the stream is now.
That's it, man. This is the Ball Talks discussion group. Talking about the real important matters in life. Having smooth balls. I still wish I never knew about that. It's one of those things in life that if you just don't know the knowledge, it would be better to not have circulating around your head. I reckon it's going to rain.
Booted Plays said I blame Tacit.
Yep, I blame him too. He didn't even have to look that shit up. He just knew it. That's the scary thing. Man just pulled that straight off the top of his head. And he knew a lot about it, which is even scarier. It's like, how much research did you do, man? Are you talking first-hand research?
Booted Plays said you're not prior military, are you?
Hell no. I have asthma, so they would never accept me. What? You struggle to breathe? And you're allergic to grass? Get out of here. There we go.
Booted Plays said in my experience, that's where knowledge like that comes from. Just being in the military lol.
Yep, true. The greatest minds of our generation are in the military. Talking about ball talks. It might look like it's kind of cold today, but this is really good weather. Like, temperature-wise, it's comfortable. And I'll get home before it gets dark today, so I'm not going to freeze. This will just be a fairly...
Booted Plays said I've spent quite a lot of time hanging out with military and prior military. You can trust me, I'm an expert. Booted Plays said or something.
Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time around military people. It's nowhere near as common in Australia as it is in the States. Like, I've got a friend who's in the Navy. His wife joined the Navy. He was a submariner, like doing electrical work on the, pretty sure the Collins-class submarines. But beyond those two, like, I don't know any other military people.
Booted Plays said yeah, our military is YUGE.
Yeah, biggest in the world many times over. It'd be interesting to see how the US military grew in size post-World War II.
Booted Plays said but, I also spent 13 years in an army town, then did contract work for a few more years.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, there's no... You'd just be surrounded by people then. I just like how they have like inter-department rivalry. So you've got the military, you've got the chair force, you've got the Navy, and some of the shit that they come up to bag each other out is just hilarious.
Booted Plays said TBH, so we wouldn't have a lot of tech today without the US military-industrial complex.
Yeah, true. They got a lot of funding. Make some cool shit. Pretty sure they were the ones behind ARPANET. And GPS. Like they funded it and developed it and then rolled it out to the civilians later on. So we get some cool shit from it. Oh, lots of flies out here today. Big ones. They might even show up on camera that they're big enough.
Booted Place said GPS, accelerometers and phones, HDDs, rockets, turbochargers.
Exactly, heaps of stuff. Turbochargers been around for a while though. You know, they were turbocharging planes in the 30s. I think they were turbocharging planes. I know they were definitely supercharging them. Different system.
Booted Place said TBF, turbos were developed in Sweden, but we took the things and ran with them a lot.
It was probably Saab, right? Like they would have been behind it. I know Honeywell were as well for a lot of industrial applications, which is weird because my first exposure to Honeywell is the mice that they made for our computer labs in school. There were those weird mice without the ball in it. They had like two little circular things that would spin.
Booted Place said I feel like Saab had a big hand to play in the aircraft side, yeah. Maxim Central said the US military grew because of the draft. Once the draft was over after having their ass kicked in Vietnam, they slowly have been dwindling.
Yeah, it's still massive though. The biggest military on the planet. But that's right, they're on my side, so I'm cool with it.
Booted Place said there are PPL today afraid Trump will reinstitute the draft.
I don't know if they could. The amount of like civil disobedience would be through the roof. Like nobody wants to get forced to, you know, fight a war overseas. Like if you're defending your homeland, yeah, totally. That's different. But when you're the aggressor, nah, it's very hard to sign people up to that.
Booted Place said like, the likelihood of that is incredibly low. Nigh on impossible.
Yeah. You want a civil war? That's how you get a civil war. Well, we had the draft here for the Vietnam War. And then, since then, I think they got rid of it. I know World War I was
Booted
purely
Place
voluntary.
said war equals rich old men sending 4 young men to die in their chess game.
Oh, it's starting to rain. Yeah, and it always like benefits the wealthy people.
Maxim Central said he already has been separating transgender and Muslim people from the military and deeming them mentally unstable.
Yeah, they tried to push the other way on that though. And a lot of people weren't happy with it. You know, at least all that stuff is sort of returning to normal now. Now if I go left...
Place said imagine applying religious filters to anything in the US. Whoa.
Oh man, it wouldn't work too well. There is a bike path that they're building back the other way, but it's not finished yet. They've been taking a while. It's taken them a few years to get that done.
Booted Place said also, imagine having a document saying you can't do that.
It's just words on paper, isn't it? Oh, we gotta watch out. Let's go this way. Oh, I can smell barbecue. That smells good. Not the best barbecue weather.
Booted Place said man, kids are 25 points. Maxim Central said USA was one of the only countries in the world that did not have an official language until Orange Man said English is now the official language. Booted Place said old ladies are 80.
Yeah, that makes sense though. You look at the history of the States, they had a lot of German settlers, a lot of Irish, a lot of Italians, a lot of Chinese. And you know, you can take someone out of their country, they're not just going to give up their culture and language. I think they banned German.
Booted Place said that'll get turned over, though, once he's out.
There are a lot of German-speaking people in Texas and Midwest, and they banned German as a language during, I think it was like World War I.
Booted Place said we don't need an official language.
It's easier to have everybody on the same team if you're all speaking the same language. Think about it, there's a lot of extra overhead if you've got to translate everything for everybody. Trying to provide public services and you need translators. I think in
Booted
Japan...
Place said okay, Canada.
In Japan, they're putting language requirements for immigration soon. Like, you want to become permanent resident, you have to at least be able to speak the language to a certain degree. Which is fair enough. Like, if you've lived there for 10 years, which is what you need to do before you can get it, like, yeah, you probably should be able to speak the language pretty well. Make an effort to be part of the
Place
country.
said most countries have that.
Not here, not in Australia. It's very loose and lax, and they've made it even easier. Like, there's a pathway where you can become an Australian citizen in 4 years. So you come here as a university student, rack up your 4 years, apply for permanent residency. At the end of that, boom, you're in. Which is ridiculous.
Booted Place said that is something we should have a little more here. But doing a national, official, language is just silliness.
The way I see it is we've got automation and AI coming in. Like, that's going to get rid of a lot of jobs. You don't really need to bring people in. You're just bringing in future unemployed people.
Booted Place said if it weren't for their eastern border, I would move to Finland.
Yeah, but that's where all the fun happens. You look up, I believe it's like the World War II stats, the Finns versus the Russians. The Russians got their cheeks clapped. The Finns absolutely demolished them because they know how to fight in that sort of territory in the snow. And the Russians just got wrecked. It's funny, I was watching a video today.
Said, oh yeah, Finland army is great.
I was watching a video today, this guy, he used to live in Finland. And he
Booted Place said part of the reason I'd like to live there, TBH.
He just got sick of the long winters, so he got a job early on as like a affiliate marketing guy, an SEO for like big companies. And he's been like a digital nomad.
Maxim Central said meanwhile it's taking them 4 years to take over eastern Ukraine. Lol.
Yeah, that's...
Booted Place said the other being, in like, what? 2010, 8 of 11 F1 winners were finished.
I still can't suss out the whole Ukraine situation. Like, is it designed to be just like a meat grinder, or are they actually trying to take territory? Because it seems like Russia's holding back. They haven't fully committed to it, so the whole thing is just very suspicious. I'm just glad I don't get affected by it.
Booted Place said nobody in the rusty army wants to be in the army, though. Maxim Central said both. It's mainly both.
Like, it's hard to figure this stuff out because you just don't get the information that you need to gauge it properly. But you look historically, like almost all wars are like territorial wars. Territory and resources. And I'd imagine...
Maxim Central said same way how China is forming Taiwan.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a similar thing over there. And the Taiwan thing, man, China's doing some aggressive stuff. They built all these like these artificial islands in the inland sea. And then they've just put all sorts of military shit on it. So they can just lock down that whole area. But they've been crying on about taking Taiwan forever. Because that's where the democratic government of China went after the communists took over. So they just hate each other. You know, justifiably so. Alright, we've got a cemetery on my right, and then further up is a garbage station, a tip. And then behind it, if you really want to live in a nice place, they're building a new estate for housing. So you live behind a cemetery and a garbage dump. That is a hard sell for any real estate agent. Would you like lots of noise and smells every single day? We've got the block for you. For only $700,000. Apparently, if I follow this road to the end, there's another beach.
Maxon Central said garbage dump and cemetery lol.
Yeah, if you get the wrong address, you just deliver the corpse to the tip. They'll take care of it. Hey Bob, is this corpse recycling or glass? Chuck it in organic, mate.
Maxon Central said so you see spirits at night and smell shit during the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Booted Plays said I'd totally live next to a cemetery.
Cemetery wouldn't bother me. But living next to a garbage dump? Jesus. Yeah. You'd have to build up like a good tolerance for the smell. Alright, I can do 100 here. Let's go. That's fucking wild. It's like, I think 60 or 50 back there, and then it just instantly goes to 100. Hopefully we don't get anyone that like slams into me on this road.
Booted Plays said I tell you what, I love living beside the airport in Vegas.
Do they ever shut that thing down, or is it just going 24/7? I know in Sydney, I think they close all flights after a certain time. They're building another airport out there anyway. Sheeps. Oh shit, we got alpacas. Check us out. Oh, we scared one.
Maxon Central said Vegas is 24 hours.
We're getting a stare down. They're plotting something. Except that hungry guy, he's just smashing grass. Then we got sheeps over here. They're like half shorn, half normal. That's cool, just a little hobby farm.
Booted Plays said yeah, big airframes. I slept great with the engines constantly.
Silverado. People bitch and moan and say like those Silverados are, they're too big for the road, blah blah blah. Man, they're like the same size as Hilux. Like, chill out. We've had Hiluxes here for
Maxon Central
ages.
said I lived in Vegas right across the street from the airport in 2015.
Damn. Well, that's a pretty busy airport.
Booted Plays said Silverados are total crap. Booted Plays said fight me.
Who makes the Silverado, Booted Plays? There's a certain company that makes that car, I believe.
Booted Plays said wait, Max. Booted Plays said you already know you saw. Booted Plays said lol.
Over here, we used to get the Colorado, which I think is a GM car as well. And I hate it. I reviewed that car like...
Maxon Central said it Booted Plays DOD delete and then it becomes a reliable vehicle.
I reviewed that car like 3 or 4 times. You know, different versions of it. And it's just... You go from that to like... even a Mitsubishi Triton is a better car. Way more comfortable. Basically similar towing capacity, capability, all that.
Booted Plays said at Maxon Central no. Never. I have a channel in my server named YGM is bad.
Yeah. If you have to work on them, not that much fun. Well, GM do make some cool cars. But yeah, they're more affordable stuff. It's like the engineers just don't give a fuck about making it easy to maintain. Like, oh, we can do this, it's more efficient. And then the mechanic's like, fuck you. I have to pull that much shit out to change a tyre rod. Are you kidding me?
Booted Place said 4, 1 compression. Shitty interior. Falls apart if you sneeze too hard. 2 gallons to the mile. 1/8 the total power it should have for the engine design.
If you look at similar utes, generally power-wise, they're comparable. They're almost always like 500 Newton meters, like a 2.4 turbo diesel of some sort, similar towing capacity. I think they've just been regulated so hard that the manufacturers can't really get an edge on each other anymore. And over here, they're bringing out like a ute tax, which is ridiculous because every tradie needs a ute. So they're jacking up the price by like, I think it's like $6,000 or $10,000 or something.
Booted Place said, oh, so you guys have 4 CYL in the Chevys.
Yeah, they got the Duramax motor, I think it is.
Central said I've worked on them and fixed them, lol.
I think it's a 2.4, yeah, turbo diesel, 4-cylinder. What else did they come with? They come with like a V6 or something? Oh, we're screaming along now.
Booted Place said, oh, we still rock the V8S here. Booted Place said, nah.
Yeah, see, if they sold the V8 one here, people would be all over it.
Booted Place said only version 8s in the US.
Yeah, we just did the shitty ones. These days, everybody just wants a Hilux. Hilux or a Ford Ranger.
Maxon Central said tradies insurance are insane for a ute, especially for a tray.
Yeah, I wish we got those cheap.
Booted Place said, I mean, there are PPL that buy version 6s, I think. But why bother?
Have you guys seen the Toyota Hilux Champ that they sell in Thailand? It's like a roided out K car. Like a really cheap Hilux. And they look sick, and they've got like huge aftermarket support. There's heaps of stuff you can do for it. And if you're an entry level like tradesman, that's perfect. But we can't get it here. Because apparently it won't meet emissions or something.
Said, I wish we got the Efkin Helix.
Yeah, you guys get the Tacoma. It's like a bigger, beefier version of it. I don't know how much.
Place said, you know what's super funny?
Yeah, I don't know how much they share mechanically though.
Maxon Central said they offer all 3 here, 4-banger turbo, V6, and then like 3 different versions of the version 8.
Yeah, and I imagine the 4-cylinder's not that popular.
Booted Place said, would you like to know the most American truck on American roads?
F-150, easy. I haven't seen hardly any of those here. We get Silverados.
Booted Place said not enough. We don't get the turbo diesels.
They're starting to bring over more US cars here. No, not the F-150. American car.
Booted Place said most American truck, Toyota Tundra.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tundras look kind of cool when they're lifted. They got big off-road tyres on them, like B-locks. Those look sick. But you actually have to climb into the thing. Over here, most people will do up like a Patrol, like an old Nissan Patrol, or an old Hilux, or Prado. You don't see too many people like heavily modified off-road.
Booted Place said built, manufactured, and assembled in the U.S. Fords are all manufactured and built in Mexico.
I thought Trump was trying to bring all that stuff back.
Said, okay, not all, but most cheeky smiley face.
Yeah, we don't build shit here anymore. Almost everything's in Thailand. They get sent down here. We used to build the Toyota Orion.
F-150 is built in the USA.
I think we did the Camry, the Orion, and the Avalon. But Toyota have shut down a lot of their manufacturing here. They used to pick up the cars from there, and half the factory's just closed. And the Ford factory's just gone. It's not even in use.
Central said Dodge is built in Mexico. Booted Place said YTF would you build it in Thailand then ship it out?
Cheaper labour.
Said that's moronic.
Cheaper labour, that's the main thing. And probably closer to the sheet metal fabricators in China and all that as well. Like our car industry's just been gutted. Like there's nothing here anymore. think it's like Mitsubishi's gone, Holden is gone, Ford is gone, Toyota are clinging on, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anyone else. So everything gets imported. I only found out the other day, in New Zealand they used to manufacture Falcons down there, which is kind of cool. But they don't do that either
Mitsubishi
anymore.
pulled out of the U.S. market long ago.
Yeah.
Maxim Central said cheaper labor and it easier to ship and move ships.
Didn't you guys
Pay a
get?
shitload in tax and salary.
Didn't you guys get the new Mitsubishi Eclipse, like that SUV thing? It's like that's the wrong name for that car for one. But it seems like it was built and designed for an American market, and then they don't even sell it there, which just boggles my mind. Oh, they're the same water tanks that we've got. They're 18,000 litres each.
Booted Place said Eclipse. Sub.
Yeah, the SUV, like the soccer mum car.
Booted Place said the Montero. Maxim Central said at Booted Place Mitsubishi is still made in the USA except the Mirage.
No, Montero's like
The
way
Mirage
old,
is an
man.
Indian car.
I think Montero's like a Pajero
Maxim
everywhere
Central
else.
said the Eclipse was made a crossover.
Yeah, that's it, crossover SUV. Wombats. Let's have a look, see if we can find some. Yeah, my other car's got the engine that the Montero used to come with. It's a 2.6 4-cylinder. They use it in forklifts and stuff too.
Booted Place said I haven't seen any new Mitsus in years.
Yeah, that sucks. We still got a few.
Booted Place said maybe I'm just in the wrong region. Maxim Central said they look like vans.
I think we still get the Pajeros, a couple of the SUVs, Lancer. Actually, I don't even know if they still do the Lancer. But yeah, it seems like Mitsubishi have scaled back here a lot too.
Maxim Central said they don't make fun cars anymore.
Beach. Alright, we're going this way. Yeah, Mitsubishi kind of had their high life in the
Booted Place
90s.
said I think the last Mitsu I saw in the US was an 08.
Like after the Evo 10, they just kind of stopped making cool stuff. We might get some signal issues up here. Right, Steam, just tell me, because then I've got to reset some stuff and fix it. Get up there. Changeable. Okay, we'll try that again. Close everything off, go live. Says we're on. Try that again. Yep, there's us. We've got a picture. There we go, we're back, I think.
Booted Place said if you can figure out a way to detect bitrate on the PC, have the bot pin a message when it drops that we'll be back shortly, and remove it when bitrate PICSK back up. Booted Place said we has video blah.
That was a total dead
Booted
zone.
Place said and or Goyles.
It was just nothing, man. I couldn't even get the chat phone to come up. On my main phone, just lost all signal. And then there's like a big hill I got to carry my bike up, so it took a while to get back up. And I think even if I had like multiple sims, like if you don't have line of sight to the tower, because they're all going to be running from the same tower,
Booted Place
It's not
said
gonna get
yeah,
connection.
it was dead.
fucking killed it. Oh. Yeah, I just reset everything, seems to be alright now. So I missed a bunch of messages, sorry. I can tell you the last one I got. Give me a sec. Actually, no, I can't. I can tell you the first one I got. Everything before that detect bitrate one that you sent, but it plays. I missed all that.
Booted Place said is okay, mine were all just updates on what we were seeing.
Come on, change gear. There we go. No broken chain today. Yeah, it just completely dropped out. There was nothing down there anyway. The beach is just like, it's got all sorts of like driftwood and stuff on it. It's not like a surf beach or anything like that. Maybe it's good for a walk.
Booted Place said I was pretty sure you weren't even getting them low.
Yeah, so I've got this phone tethers off of the camera phone's internet. So if that one drops, then I'll lose everything. And I accidentally reset it the other day. When I put the clamp on it, it held the power button down and it just killed it. And then I finally got it back up, and then I had to reset this one up to get chat again.
Booted Place said single point of failure, you say. Taz XL23 said nomadic waving.
Hey Taz.
Booted Place said oh Taz laughing face.
You just missed out on a whole bunch of technical problems. I walked into a dead zone and then it just destroyed everything. But we're back. How's the angle? I had to change it a little bit. Horizon should be sort of in the middle. Yeah, I think even if you had multiple sims, like just dead zones are dead zones, you can't go there. The only fix would be like when Tesla released their phone.
Could be a smidge higher.
So aim down a bit. Alright. Yeah, that's always the case. This should be better. It's really hard for me to keep track of what the camera's actually doing. Because I can't just look at the screen. I can bring up the preview, but then I'll lose chat. So this seems to be the best way to do it. I got a rough idea of how to angle it now. Get it in the ballpark. Oh, looks like the sky's clearing up a bit. Got some blue bits over
Booty
there.
Place said time for smart glasses.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You could probably stream from those too. I'm surprised no one's tried that yet.
Said got 1500 AUD just laying around.
My friend's got a set. He uses them at home because he works from home, so he can just like chuck them on and work in the lounge room or whatever. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm probably going to find a whole bunch of more dead spots around this area. And they're not like, oh, the bit rate's low. It's just the bit rate's gone. You're not allowed to go there. You're forced to touch grass. You just can't bring the internet with you. This road should take us, I think, almost like right past the hospital. No, I think the hospital's a little bit over. It sort of comes out near the McDonald's, I think, a little bit down from there. But I figure if I sort of stay around town and not like go over sand dunes, the connection should hold up. There you go, that's a good example of like how most people do four-wheel driving over here. They'll have like their Hilux as like a work car, and then they'll chuck some bigger tyres on it and a lift kit, some like bars on the side, and usually some stuff for the canopy on the back. And then you've got like your work car that doubles as like a weekend off-roading car. But it's always like a bit of a compromise. There we go. A whole bunch of cows. One of them's hanging out on top of the mountain. Alright, I've got to go back to town. starts raining out here, I'm in trouble.
Buddhic Place said water and electronics do mix Buddhifies.
That's right. And this is it was waterproof when it came out, but I've replaced the screen and it's no longer waterproof. Like you can actually lift up the top left corner and see into it. I should reseal it. I've got a little silicone glue for it, and I put it on pretty well when I did the screen, but over time it just comes off. You'll never get like the factory seal.
Buddhic Place said ooh.
That's alright, I mean this phone's dead to me anyway. All it's good for is a tethered chat phone at the moment. In the future I'll buy another main phone and then the main phone will become a chat phone. To make reading chat a lot easier, it's got a much bigger screen. But one thing at a time. Afford that at the moment. I can, but I'd rather not just blow money on it. Oh yeah, but it plays. I fixed my cable. It's got a zip tie on it now. Holds it together. It works good. Look, shake the shit out of it. Nothing happens.
Buddhic Place said yeah, I need to replace both of mine. They're aged today and can't keep up on the network. Buddhic Place said nice.
I don't even know what I'd want to replace the main one with. I'm kind of fond of Motorola's now. They're pretty good. Like I wanted a Sony, one of the new Xperias, but they cut support for them in Australia. You can't use it. People had like 6-month-old phones and then they just became worthless overnight. Because you need them on a whitelist to be accepted by the telcos here. And if you're not on it, well then you don't get service.
Buddhic Place said only smartphone I'm going to do is the Asus ROG phone.
Yeah, those things are huge. They have like built-in fans and stuff.
Buddhic Place said if that doesn't work, I'm going back to flip phone.
How expensive are those ROG phones? Because they throw everything at it, like maximum specs. And then you get like a bunch of little extra gaming software things on it. A friend had one of those, but it was quite old. It was like probably 6 years ago. They look cool though. Just a bit chunky.
Buddhic Place said last gen you can get for like 700 United States dollars.
Well, that's not bad. You know, it's still $1,000.
Buddhic Place said brand new is usually like 1,200 USD.
Yeah, that's wild that phones cost that much. I remember flagships, you used to be able to get them for like $600. Like this was a flagship when it came out. It's Sony Xperia XZ. Sony were doing like really well back then. And then I just sort of started making crap and like closed down. They still sell in Japan, but even there they don't really release anything new. It's just like minor updates. Alright, 2 more Horizons and we're back in town. Oh, I can smell the chicken manure.
Buddhic Place said it irritated me when LG pulled out of the phone market.
Yeah, LG had some good
Buddhic
stuff.
Place said I loved my V series.
LG were going strong for years. Ever since the LG chocolate, that thing was like really popular. They had those really good camera phones as well. Like they had the best camera phone for a while. And then I don't know what happened to them. They just they didn't keep up. It was the LG G3, G4, one of them. That was a really good phone. Oh, looks like someone's had some traction
Buddhic
problems
Place
here.
said we need someone to remake a modern V10.
This guy really had trouble finding third gear.
Plays said IRLED, Quad Hi-Fi DAC, TRRS jack.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd love to have again, is like a headphone jack. I can't believe they got rid of that. It's such a useful thing on a phone. Because you can also plug in microphones and stuff into it. That's one of the reasons I wanted to stay loyal to Sony's, because they kept that. Everyone else got rid of it.
Budic Plays said right.
Like if you want to have a microphone or headphone plugged in, well then you can't charge it at the same time. It's really stupid just having the one port. I'm actually surprised no one's...
said you can even do other things with that jack if you set it up correctly.
Yeah, because it's just an input. Analog input. Do heaps of cool stuff with it. I'm surprised no one's released a phone with like more than one USB jack. That would actually make sense. Because then you could have your headphones with the adapter, you could have your battery, you could charge your phone while feeding it data. I'm sure it will happen eventually. Like a USB port's cheap. Should be easy to do that. And I'm pretty sure Android supports multiple USB ports. So software-wise, not that difficult either. Car. We're coming up on a blind corner.
Budic Plays said hell, two USB-C ports, you'd have companies making dedicated USB-C headphones, even.
Yeah, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Budic Plays said no need for shitty adapters that break constantly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of using adapters. I don't even have like a headphone to USB adapter. But the only good headphones I have are for my PC anyway. And I'm not plugging them into my phone. The cable's like 5 meters long. I got a really cool stream coming up next on Sunday. I've been doing some testing and everything seems to work the way I want it.
Budic Plays said OMG okay.
So it won't be a bike stream. It'll be something a little bit different. That's kind of cool. If you ever wanted to do some tourism things in Australia, this would be a good one.
Anyone that builds custom lift cables.
Lips cables, what's that? LITZ, I've never heard of that. That hard to modify a USB cable. So you can get out diagram, splice in what you need halfway down, heat shrink it.
Budic Plays said it's the braided silver and copper coated hooters.
Silver and copper. Okay. Not aware of it. They're going to be going up in price anyway. The price of silver's going nuts. And I'd imagine other precious metals are going to follow. Hey, Budic Plays, how do you feel about Jeeps? Jeeps are usually a fairly polarising car. Some people hate them, some people love them. I don't mind them, I think they're kind of
Budic
cool.
Plays said supposed to be more neutral in a higher frequency range. Budic Plays said Jeep, Wrangler. Budic Plays said total type.
Yeah, Wrangler, whatever that little one is, I can't remember the name of it. I reviewed a few Jeeps, they're kind of cool. But I have no idea what they're like long term. They're like maintenance wise or anything like that. But you do see quite a lot of...
This wind is very loud. I can barely hear you RN.
Damn, sorry. I've got the little windsock on. Hang on, I might have a way to fix that. If I move the phone a bit further away. Just give me a sec. I'll pull up here and do it.
Booted Place said so. Specifically, the Jeep Wrangler is one of the worst vehicles on the road.
Oh, damn. Alright, well that answers that.
Booted Place said it calls itself a roadworthy off-roader. It's none of those things.
Check it out, bin chickens. Alright, so if I do this, I just got to move the phone further away. Like that. Oops, a bit much. Yeah, this should be better for the wind, but it'll jiggle around a bit more.
Booted Place said it's too heavy and square for the road. Wind is insane. MPGs are total crap. Low power, and self-destroying rear ends.
But they look cool. And I kind of like that, what's that ute looking one that they've got, the truck one? Is it Rubicon or?
Booted Place said it
Can't
can
remember the
do
name.
off-road, about like that one Porsche. Hell, the Porsche might actually be better, even.
Yeah, you're probably
Booted
right.
Place said Jeep Wrangler is a teenage girl car.
The Cayenne's probably like more capable off-road than most Jeeps. I was trying
Booted Place said an even worse Wrangler.
to convince my friend to get one of the first-gen Cayennes because they were getting kind of cheap for a while. He was like, "Why would I want that?" I'm like, "Oh, you get the Porsche keychain. It's still a Porsche. They're still like got a good build to them and stuff, and they're fairly capable. It's a great soccer mum car. And they're definitely more capable than most
Booted
SUVs.
Place said also, being a Chrysler product, the wire harness isn't moisture resistant.
That is not what you want on a four-wheel drive.
Booted Place said their seals don't keep water out, so no rivers for you.
Yeah.
For rainy days, even.
Yeah, that's just a bad design choice. My brother-in-law, he had a FJ Cruiser, and those things are sick. They got like the suicide doors on them. Really styled design, like everything's like 3 on them. You get like 3 wiper blades. The inside's really good. You can just hose it out. Had the 4-litre V6 in
Booted
it.
Place said love the FJ.
Yeah, they're so cool. We didn't get them for very long here though. So there's just not that many of them around.
Booted Place said it's a Tundra SUV.
They're actually going up in price. They're still going up. Like people have figured out like how good they are off-road and just as like a general car. And people nabbing them up. There you go. It's like a VT Statesman. Oh, it's like the fancy Commodore. They gave those ones like a long wheelbase.
Booted Place said
all the luxury
a
stuff.
6 SPD manual. Yes, PLS.
I think, I can't remember. The one I drove was automatic, but they probably do come with like a manual. Yeah, how's the wind now? Is that any better? I can hear a lot in my ears. I think it's mostly just the wind bouncing off my
Booted
chest.
Place said, oh yeah, I can hear you a lot better.
Yeah. If I got the phone too close, it's no good. So if I kind of just keep it a bit further away, it's all right. But then, you know, it's not as close to center of mass, so it's going to jiggle around a bit more. It's not as stable. We can just cross over. There we go. Won't be going much quicker than this anyway, so wind should be good from now on. It's really tricky trying to find like a good position to put
Booted
the
Place
camera.
said typical IRL shiz lol.
Yeah. And I can't monitor my audio, so I just don't know what you guys are hearing or seeing. You just kind of set it up and hope for the best. But I appreciate the feedback because without it, I just got no idea. I always feel a bit guilty if I'm in like Jonah or Luke's stream and, you know, something happens that sort of degrades the quality and I bring it up. Especially if it's like a first message. You don't even say hello.
Booted Plays said wait, you aren't sitting at home and can't pull up a new tab. Booted Plays said no.
First message is just like, the angle's wrong, fix it. This is unwatchable. Slightly tilted to the left. And it's funny, man, the bigger channels, like, you just get more and more people like that. Like the slightest thing, and they start
Booted
arcing
Plays
up.
said lol.
I find it funny. I was watching Pete's stream last night. He's got a really good setup now. He's got the Osmo Action 4, or Action 6, one of them. And it's so good in the dark, and extremely stable. He just mounts it straight to his backpack, like the little strap. I reckon Luke should upgrade to one of those. Get rid of the Osmo, or just keep the Osmo for like videos and stuff. But get the Action. It's got Horizon Lock and all these other goodies.
I want PPL to tell me if things go sideways.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
You drop in and first messages, audio is shite.
Yeah.
Booted Plays said oh shiz, let me fix that RQ.
Yeah, I've got enough sense not to do that if it's my first ever message. People might sets a bit of a bad first impression. Yeah, slipping down a bit. Well, we had like a pretty hot day the other day. It got up to, I think, 37 degrees here. It was like 40 in Melbourne. It was so hot, they had rolling power outages just because so many people using their AC units. My mate was complaining. He was like, oh man, my battery's almost flat. I can't keep running the AC. It's like, well, just run it off the grid. And not every spot was cut out. We got lucky. We didn't have any cutouts down here. But it also wasn't that hot here. Because we're near the ocean, it's always like 4 or 5 degrees cooler. We got like a monster AC unit. I think it's like 20 or 30 kilowatts, which is more than enough. Oh, there's the kangaroos. I'll actually get a good view of them this time. Just looking at this chair. I'll zoom you guys right in on them.
Booted Plays said punky beer.
I'll do it the proper way. Just give me a sec. Here we go. There they are. That's a digital zoom, so it's going to be a bit low quality, but it should be alright. Yeah, just getting their food. They're everywhere, there's a whole bunch of them. There's no close ones though. They're all kind of far away.
Booted Plays said so is punky beer.
They will punch, well, they won't punch you, but they use their back tail to stabilise themselves, and then they kick you with their claws. Yeah, that should be right. It's a shame they're not
Plays
closer.
said oh right, chillin' kicky beer.
They're just eating food, eating grass. Some of them are just chilling, lying down. speed again. If I swapped out the tyres on this bike for like thinner road types, it'd be way easier to ride. I'd be able to go a lot quicker. But I kind of like having the off-road stuff. It's just more comfortable. It's better over bumps. More grip when I go on the gravel stuff. So I reckon just keep these for now. Oh, we got a bit of a hill. It's actually all uphill from here on. But yeah, last night I was testing out how I could mount the camera phone in the car, and I figured out a good way that works. I've got a GorillaPod tripod, and you wrap that under the headrest, and then clamp the headrest down, and it holds pretty good.
I've always wondered about adding a massive flywheel to a bike. Have a computer read wheel speed. Engage with low gear when moving slow to add inertia. Disengage when hitting brake.
Someone did that. I've seen a YouTube video of it. It's not. It's all mechanical. There's no PC involved. You'd get some pretty crazy, like, gyroscopic forces from it. Here you go, Australian High School. They're all pretty much the same.
Said better stabilization.
Yeah, true. You probably wouldn't be able to bank it. Wouldn't want it. It'd fight you.
Booted Place said, and it depends on how fast you spin it, too.
You'd want it to be quick, store as much energy as you can. And then you'd have like a viscous coupling to sort of engage it. That's probably the best way. Check it out, we've got hydrangeas. These things are everywhere in Japan. We've got them here too. Hydrangeas or agapanthus, I always forget. It's one of those. I'm pretty sure it's hydrangea though. There are, I think the petals are poisonous. Like you can actually make like toxic stuff from it. There you go, that was an older Hilux. That was like the 90s one.
Said asterisk 30 kilograms flywheel on bike mode through a crowd when old man fell off his bike at the fair this Saturday asterisk lol.
Yeah, it'd probably just cut through people. Bit dangerous. Alright, that was pretty good. We didn't get any rain. It spit a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. I was worried it would like pour down the moment I got on my bike. But then again, it might be...
said so. This weekend, I'm going to buy a little heater and replace the flywheel in the Civic.
Oh yeah, you were saying.
Said, wish I had service and ability to do it live.
It was kind of hard for you to find like the right, what was it, step? Not step angle, it was like step distance or something. Yeah, flight was a pain in the ass job, especially on a front wheel drive car. Jeez. You got to drop the box, rip the clutch off, undo all the seat bolts.
Booted Place said so. My flywheel apparently is WOOORRRRNNNNNN.
Yeah, it's probably just going to chew up the clutch or something.
Booted Place said 5 hours total job time, not horrible.
5 hours? Yeah, it's still a whole day though, when you add in brakes and all that. I'm lucky I don't have to do any big jobs like that on my car. I do have to do the clutch, because it was slipping.
Booted Place said don't even have to pull the wheels.
I've got to do the clutch, gearbox is good, diff is good, drive shaft's good. I've got to swap out the front rotors, they're stuffed. They're way undersized. And probably get some better brake pads too. It's before I even touch any of that, I have to fix the body. The rust on it's just got to be cut out and have these new panels welded in, which is a daunting job if you've never welded before.
Booted Plays said I just ordered 800 United States dollars worth of parts from Rock Auto for 200 United States dollars.
Damn.
Ozzy Danny said I will eventually have to see if my old car is savable. It's been in the carport since the start of COVID. Eesh.
It's probably fine. But you'd check all your fluids, check your tires, check your oil, all that stuff.
Booted Plays said drop some decent fuel in it, and just run it easy until you fill it up.
Is it still registered? Mine's still registered, and it's been off the road since COVID. So if I wanted to, I could drive it right now. I'd get pulled over.
Ozzy Danny said I'll be checking for snakes first. That's the 8-bit.
Yeah, hit it with a bug bomb. It's probably got a few spiders that have called it home. Alright, we're nearly at Bunnings. And it's a Sunday, they might have hot dogs today.
Booted Plays said I dunno about Aussie animals, but mothballs keep pests out here.
I've seen so many like barn finds where like the intake air box is just full, it's like a full rat's nest. They just get in there and call it home, chew up the car.
Ozzy Danny said registered, yeah. I let the license slip though, but kept up the car rego because resale.
Yeah, it's always good, keep your rego. I don't know how rego works in Queensland, because if you let it lapse here, you have to go re-register it, roadworthy certificate, all that stuff. So it's just easier to keep it registered.
Ozzy Danny said we get a lot of the eastern brown snakes up here. I'm worried about that.
Yeah, they're a bit more deadly than most spiders, so.
Booted Plays said I actually have a video in the pipe RN, rat's nest under the intake, no chewed wires.
Yeah.
Ozzy Danny said you have to get the roadworthy again, yeah.
Yeah, if the car's in good nick, it's usually not a problem, but they always find something. It's just money. Money and time. I'll wait for this bloke. No rush. Yeah, I don't see any barbecues going on at Bunnings. They must have already wrapped up.
Booted Plays said imagine a government telling you you're allowed to use your own roads.
Yeah, it's a bit... I'm not a big fan of it. It'd be nice if we just didn't have to pay it. And it's expensive here too. I have to pay $200 every 3 months just to keep my car registered. It's like $800 a year. So it's like $600 a year to keep the car registered. And then you still got to pay insurance. My insurance is cheap though. It's like $17 a month.
Ozzy Danny said the big issue with that car is one a usually roadworthy doesn't look for anyway. Engine overheated in a car park. No reason. Booted Plays said the technician in me totally gets safety checks.
Oh, there's
the
always a reason.
The in me says don't tread on me, G-man. Ozzy Danny said 700 to 800 a year here too.
Yeah. And it goes up if you've got a bigger car. It used to be cheap. My first rego was like $400.
Booted Plays said that's nuts.
Alrighty. We are at the raid bench.
Ozzy Danny said yeah, mine's a small car. Booted Plays said 400.
Oh. Let me bring up a stream to read to. We'll see who's on. I've got someone in mind. I just hope they're still going.
Booted Plays said if I'm paying more than 200 United States dollars for 5 years of registration, I'm not owning a FK in car. Booted Plays said Junin is going.
Yeah, I wanted to raid someone else, but we'll raid Jonan. I've got to remember how to do this. Stream Manager, and then you find the raid button.
Someone else that will raid drone.
And we'll mute that horrific voice. I think it's this one.
Booted Plays said Haru is on, too.
I don't have Haru as somebody that I follow. Oh, Drono will do.
Ozzy Danny said
Should
Junin
play.
is best choice right now that I see.
She's playing Warcraft. She's back at it. Alright, says the raid should be going. Just give us a confirmation. Start raid. Here we go. That's just bad interface design. They should tell you once you've started the raid.
Booted Plays said 5 Haruchin 5 she's adorkable lol.
Alright, we go back to my stream. There we go. Should be able to raid now.
Nice.
Mute. Yep, cool, I see it.
Booted Plays said I was going to Junin's, anyway, when you were done. Cheeky
Yeah.
smiley face.
I'll jump on when I get home. Maybe grab something to eat first.
TazXL23 said glad I caught some of stream. Booted Plays said to Woodsania, all less than 3 less than 3.
Yeah, it's good to have you near, Taz. I don't know if this time is good for UK or not, but it's just usually the time when I stream, sort of afternoon Australia.
Ozzy Danny said thanks for stream. I enjoyed lurking.
Thanks for having you guys in here. It makes it fun for me too. I've got someone to talk to instead of just riding in silence with the evil thoughts in my head.
TazXL23 said it's nearly 8 a.m.
Yeah, that's very early. So if I go a little later, it's better for the UK and like Europe in general. But I think this works out okay for... Actually, no, it's probably very late in the US. Like early morning.